In this video, I'm going to be giving you my 5 best budget phones of 2022. Now, keep in mind, these are my favorite budget phones of 2022. I'm going to preface this off with these are phones in the United States of America, so all of these phones will work in the US. There are so many phones outside of the US that are much better specification-wise. However, their bands don't work. Cellular connectivity is very, very weak with them in the United States, and some of them are even region locked. So anybody that's outside the United States that has 5 budget phones that will totally murder these devices, leave them in the comment section down below. And also for the United States customer, just leave your 5 favorite budget phones in the comment section down below. So first and foremost, we're going to start this off with the cheapest of cheap phones, and that is the Samsung Galaxy A53s. Now this device is going to be available at many prepaid carriers, so you will be able to get it for free or under retail if you guys want to buy this unlocked. The retail price was $160, so this is a super ultra budget phone, especially in today's climate of inflation. But the specifications we have on here is a Helio P35, 3 gigabytes of RAM, 32 gigabytes of internal storage, a 720p display, a fingerprint sensor, actually a pretty decent fingerprint sensor for the price tag, and security updates till 2026. So those security updates, great to see that. We have patches all the way to 2026. You don't really see that on budget phones around this price tag, so that's really cool that we see that. Again, it's only going to be budget phones, but I believe for $160, if you guys wanted to purchase a phone, there are so many other great renewed phones on Amazon that if you were just to pick them up used, you'll have a much better experience. My brother, I believe, got the Galaxy S10e, having a great experience with that device. That was, I think, $120. So something to keep in mind. We're only going over budget phones right now. Just know that you can get better performance from other devices. Getting into the fourth phone, and that is going to be the OnePlus Nord N20 5G. Now this is going to have a decent processor, having a Snapdragon 695 processor, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage. We can expand that memory as well, so nice to see that. 4500 milliamp battery, an OLED 60 Hz display, so we have an OLED display on this device. Beautiful. Only $300 retail. Obviously, you can get it much lower at Metro by T-Mobile, and some other places. You can get it on deal as well, but the retail price is only $300, and I think that's very fair. However, the only drawback is 1 year of OS updates from Android 11 to 12, so no Android 13 or anything past 12. And 3 security updates. So it's great we have those security updates just to hold this device over and make it relevant for a couple more years, but nothing past Android 12. But this seems like a really solid phone, especially if you guys got it at Metro by T-Mobile or T-Mobile on like a deal or a special or something like that, or maybe you even got it for free. And that is why it comes in at number 4. Now number 3, we're getting into some heat right here, and I think a lot of people love this device this year. It released in February. The only stylus device on this list, and I think it was the only appropriate budget stylus device of this year. I don't really see many other stylus devices even competing with this. I know we had the Stylus 5G from TCL, but I don't think they did a too good of a job with that device, to be quite honest. I'm not hating on them. I thought it was a great first try, but I think this device is much better. So the third spot for the best budget phone of 2022 has to go to the Moto G Stylus 2022. So retail, this phone is only $299. Now it is down 40% right now to a whopping $179 for a brand new Moto G Stylus 2022. You guys can get that on Amazon right now, having an amazing sale. $179, beautiful price right here. So we have a great 5000 milliamp battery that's going to last you 2 days, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and we also have room for expansion. So that's another great thing to see. It's also great to see a phone for only $179 have a starting storage of 128. You know, you have older iPhones that have a starting storage of 64 gigs. So nice to see that on here. We also have a headphone jack on this device, a 90 Hertz refresh rate. The only drawback is we only get up to Android 12 on this device. There has been some rumors about Android 13, not holding my breath, but I still think it's a pretty solid device for only $179. Now getting into the number 2 spot, I think this has been one of the most solid phones overall for for 2022, not just budget phones. But the number 2 spot is going to go to the Samsung Galaxy A53 5G. Now, I had many different opinions on this device, depending on if you got this device at $449 or if you got it on a deal. I know I made a video saying this device sucks. Does not suck at the price tag of $349. I think $449, just because the Pixel 6a was out, I wouldn't want anything to do with the A53 5G. But number 2 space is Galaxy A53 5G. Now, our processor in this device was all right. It wasn't the greatest. It was an Exynos processor, but we had the Exynos 1280, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage, a 5000 milliamp battery that was actually pretty decent, a 120 hertz OLED refresh rate on this display. So on this list, this has the highest refresh rate at 120 hertz. So they've been doing a great job with that. 4 years for OS updates. Beautiful, from Android 12 to Android 16. I don't know any other phone on this list that has this. IP67 water and dust resistance, and it released at $449. Now for $449, I think this was a good device. There is, however, a better device you can get for that price tag, but when it made its way on sale to $349, and I think some other stores got it at like $299, that's a beautiful price to get this phone at. I think at $349, this is 100% a steal, especially in the last few years, especially like 5-6 years ago. You couldn't get a phone of this caliber around that price tag, even considering inflation. Specifications have gotten way better on these budget phones. Very thankful for that, and I'm very excited to see what happens with the Galaxy A54. But number 2 goes to the Galaxy A53 5G. And number 1, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what this device is, but number 1 goes to the Google Pixel 6a. This phone has the best value, best price, best specifications. It pretty much has everything you need for a budget or mid-range phone. I guess you would call this a mid-range phone if it's $50 over $249. I don't know what a budget phone would be anymore, to be quite honest, but I'm just gonna call this a budget phone just because it went down to $299. Obviously, said it right now. The Pixel 6a, best value in general, considering it's only $299. So with this, you get the Google Tensor chipset, you get a full HD OLED display, no higher refresh rate. It is a 60 hertz refresh rate on this display. However, it does feel very, very smooth. I don't really see the difference between 60, 90, or 120 with these displays. Very, very premium display on this device. I would even say it looks as good as the Galaxy A53 5G, to be quite honest. And it has 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage. We have multiple colors as well. That's something with the budget and mid-range devices. You don't get too many options for colors. We have chalk, we have charcoal, and we have sage. We also have an IP67 rating, which is beautiful to see. And we have 5 years of security updates. Also 3 years of operating system updates, which is pretty decent. I know the A53 5G had 4, so that's beating the Pixel 6a a little bit. But the only drawbacks on the Pixel 6a, so I feel really dumb right now. The biggest thing about the Pixel 6a is it has the best camera at that price tag. Even if you go with the phone that's $200 more, you're not going to get a camera like the Pixel 6a. So the camera, flagship quality, beautiful stuff. The only drawbacks on the Pixel 6a have to be no headphone jack and no wireless charging. If you guys don't care about wireless charging or having a headphone jack, this device is going to be perfect for you. And it is the best phone on this list. So best budget phone of 2022 is going to be the Pixel 6a. But yeah, guys, I am very interested to see what you guys think in the comment section down below. I hope you guys have a beautiful new year. I hope all of you go after what you want in life, and I hope you get it. But thank you for staying with this channel. I think we're at 116,000 subscribers right now sitting. So love you guys. Beautiful to see you guys another year. And yeah, just feel blessed. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Let me know in the comment section down below your top 5 phones of this year. But this has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.